Hello, Timmy Stone 123 here with my first video. Now, I want to talk about, you know, I guess you could kind of say, tips for your family. Now, you don't have to take this as suggestions. If you have a problem, if you're a parent watching this, you have a problem with the kid, this is for you. If you're a kid, have a problem with parents, this is for you. Now, that's all it is for. Any other kind of situation, I kind of don't want to talk about. First of all, I want to touch down base. If you ever have a problem, now this is my suggestions to you. If you do not feel like saying, "Oh, well, I shouldn't have to listen to you," then just turn off the video right now. This is suggestions, not demands. Now, if you have a problem with a kid and he's like really angry, like the greatest freak out ever, which I have watched 6 videos of, and I flagged like a couple of them because think of it. His dad pushed him in that pool. That was uncalled for, no matter what reason. I don't care how bad of a kid he is, but I think that kid just needs to sit down, talk to, buy him a new Game Wireless. That way he'll be like, okay, yeah, I'll listen. If a kid's troubling, just, nice with him. If it's like the kid on the videos, the greatest freak out ever, then you want to go ahead and talk about, what he's done, and he'll be like, I don't care. And then be like, well, what if I buy you a game? And be like, you're going to buy me a game. Really? With what money? I got money in my pocket. We can go up to the store right when we're finished talking. No, I want the game now. Well, then, just go and get the game. Talk to him while he's playing it. That's all I got to say. If you got somebody that is just sad all the time, again, sit down and talk with them. Sitting down and talking with, which of course I have watched Full House and so on and so forth, other stuff, whatever. But I've watched enough stuff to say it's okay to bond with your children. I know when to stop and when not to stop. You guys, as parents, now I'm going to talk to the parents. Parents, if you are having problems with your kids, any kind of situation should be resorted out into sitting down, talking with them, and, thinking of the ups in life and ups and stuff, never the downs, because that pressure will go on them and it will hit them like a ton of bricks. I feel like people should be more sensitive about problems. Now, if you're a kid, having problems with their parents, then I'm going to talk to you. Now, you probably got something taken away. If you haven't, then probably something else situation. I would say just walk away from the situation and just don't talk to them unless you have to. But if they talk to you like they want to talk to you, then just blank out everything except for what they just said and just say, fine. Or be like, I'm sorry, I do not want to talk right now. May I talk later? I mean, that would be a better situation. And as parents, you should be able to accept that. Now, again, I'm going to remind you that this is suggestions. Suggestions. Right. Anyways, school problems. I'm going to talk about that too. If somebody hits you first and nobody's around, of course don't hit them back. Don't hit them at all. Just go up and take it up with the office. Of course they will be claimed as a bully and you will be called a pussy and so on other stuff, but I don't think that that's right. I mean, they're in the wrong and you're doing the right thing. My school that I go to, they said that they love tattletales because it helps them support what they can do to the problem and what the child has done in the past and so on. And it can get them in trouble, either suspended so many times to where they get expelled and so on. So telling us somebody can be a good and you may never have to deal with them again. Either that or, just live with it. I really wish that if you had a problem, I could just be there with you to say, just sit, talk, what's wrong? I mean, there's really nothing I can do besides to sit here and give you guys information. By the way, I have watched 6 The Greatest Freakouts Ever, so if you guys come down there and be like, comment on the comments and be like, oh, screw you because Steven is an asshole and stuff. Me, I think the kid just needs to chill, and of course that, but now I'm going to talk about the one that's pretty obvious that he's done everything. Where he broke the $3-something TV for a Halo game. Now that's that. Of course he's in the wrong. Of course he assaulted a police officer. But I think the police officer should have been like, oh, you know, this kid's just got temper issues and we should just settle it. Now, of course, it's his job to do something with the police, and that's all he can do because it's in his job district or whatever it's called. But honestly, if you had any damn sense, you would sit down, talk with the person. I don't care who it is. If it's the devil, you want to sit down, talk with him, see what the problem is, and I don't care, you know. Some people just need to be talked to. Sensitive. You know, I don't care if you guys call me sensitive pants or whatever else you want to call me, but hey, I am a person for sensitivity. Now, I am not Fluttershy. Yes, I am a brony, but I am not Fluttershy. I'm not one of those sensitive gay people. No offense to them, because being gay is fine, but I'm not going to get on to that. But otherwise, I think you guys who are out there having problems should be sensitive to the problem, because it's pressure building up on them to where it goes and right there in their head, and then they go, oh man, I don't know what the fuck to do anymore, I'm so pissed, everything, and then they just knock and destroy things. And I've been through it myself a couple times before, and I've punched a hole in the wall, and I've had to pay for it. Trust me on it. And how it is when I was little, of course. Right now, and usually I should have been trusted, but my parents just don't, you know, believe me anymore at all. Now, you're probably wondering, what's your problem? I can go ahead and I can go ahead and I can talk about my kind of problems too. I mean, for your curiosity. Otherwise, this video has basically already made its point. But if you would like to listen to my problems and how I handle it for, I guess, a demonstration if you want, then it's a pretty good idea too. Basically, I have a dad who's called me names I don't want to say, or who my dad is, because I just don't want to bring him up, because then he might find this video and everything else. My mom has said that she's had private parts, and my dad's been a bully to me. My dad's tackled me before. My dad's probably punched me in the face a couple times. I think I remember one. But my mom's slapped me times too, and gave me a nosebleed, and my parents have pulled my hair and everything. No need to report this, because it's already long in the past. Too long, because it'll take up an hour for me to say long repeatedly, because that's how long it is. So no need to report anything, because I'm fine. But me, I would just walk away from it. But if they would hit me so much to where I'm being attacked and there's nobody I can run to, of course I will be glad to retaliate. For school problems, you should be able to as well. For if you're having parents who are just hitting you, not going down and beating the life out of you, I mean, then just don't retaliate. Just walk away from it. But if they're going down and beating the life out of you, then of course, by all means, retaliate. Now, you may be as a parent being like, well, no. I mean, we feed him, we've clothed him, so why would they retaliate and hurt us? We gave them life. Why? Because you're apparently being a bully to them. If you don't think that, then apparently you're doing the right thing so far by listening to this video and taking its advice. Now, no offense to anybody if I offended anybody. None at all. But this is just a video just to help out. Now, I have problems of my own. My dog's bit me before. No rabies. Same fine. I've had cats before that's clawed me, and so on and so forth. I've had the cops come after me. My dad lied to them, which is totally true. I'm being dead on serious, which I am looking at the camera saying I am dead freaking serious that my dad has lied to the cops. But serious, but out of everything serious, the last thing I want to say is just ease up, everybody, even parents. Parents just need to ease up on what they do with their kid and try to be related to them, so that way they could trust you more often, and that way they could be, oh, well, I can believe my parents are my friends. And if anybody tries to be, do wrong to you, then I'm sure your son or something will step in and be like, hey, you're messing with my friend. Otherwise, you would want to, if you're a child, you would want to ease up on your parents if you can, unless it's a situation is one of the other ones I've named. Then basically you just want to, be more sensitive about it, because either your parent has some kind of issue with something else and they're just taking it out on you because they have no one else to run to or take it out on. But anyways, if you have no one else to run to at all, then of course just try to get your mind off of it. Walk away from the situation, try to get your mind off it. And if you go to school still and you're a child still, because some childs drop out or high school graduated, but if you could go talk to a counselor about it, child services will be called. Then you can go ahead and sit down and talk with it. Talk with the problem, talk about the problem, and talk for the problem. And once again, last thing I have to say, if you have an issue, just walk away, be sensitive, nice about it. Fighting's never the answer. Fuck war.